The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials down 12, Nasdaq up 32, S&P's up 6, gold contract up $6.60, trading at $12.92 an ounce. We have silver flat, $15.78 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 84 cents, $48.80 a barrel. Notes and bonds are flat. You get the 10-year note, 122.09. 30-year bond down 2 ticks, 146.26. King dollar down 435 ticks, trading 95.315. The euro's at 114.63 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is trading at 108, and the pound is at 127 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Monday morning. How we doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's a beautiful day out. It's pretty insane.
It is.
The dollar's taking a beating. And I got to show you something here, folks. I'm not quite sure what's happening with these golds. They want higher price, but I got to show you something here, man. Someone has come into this gold market like in a huge way, not a small way, at the open. So watch this. Now, we happen to own a couple of these, okay? But it's almost every single gold stock that this has just happened to. So you get New Gold. It's already done 1 million shares. And if you take a look at these are the bigger shares. If you happen to be watching us on Target TV, you had 49,000 at the open. Then at 10 o'clock, you come in with 38,000. And bottom line, you get 15, 20. I mean, it's pretty intense. Just looking at this baby, and what you're going to see is that, you know, all day, Friday and Thursday, you do 2.4 million. You do 4 million the day before, and we've already done 1 million. You go into Yamana. We can go through all of these. And whoever the buy came in, they came in at the exact same time, too. What you're going to see, Yamana, 70,000 at the open, 50,000, 40,000, 39,000. It's already done 1.4 million, and you're basically doing 13 million on Friday. Let's just pick another one. I mean, it's like let me see. Great Panther. I think they're all going to be the same. No, see, oh, this is interesting. So Great Panther's not. Okay. AEM. Okay, AEM's not, man. I don't know. We'll see what's happening. I just happened to pull a couple of these up. It's like, man,
Sure.
I thought I was seeing things. It was like,
Yeah.
Really? You did 1 million shares in, in a half hour. Pretty wild.
Definitely.
And if we take a look at the bonds, you know, bottom line is that you got to, well, it's up 3 ticks right now, but this 2.65 is pretty cool. You know, you go back a full year, 2.48's the low, and we're at 2.65, you know, so we had a heck of a day Friday.
We sure did, man. 700 points in the Dow, right?
Yeah.
730 something. Yeah.
Yep.
And this, of course, the first full trading week, really, of 2019.
Yes.
And we get earnings starting up next week. So lots happening out there.
A lot happening. And if we just take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here, what I expect you're going to see, folks, as we go higher, you're going to see this contraction coming in. GE's up 14 cents. You got Micron Tech up $1.30. Roku, look at Roku. Okay, so let's just take a look. Roku must have some news. That's almost
Sure.
up. That's up over 10%. Up $4.37.
Yeah, more than 10%.
Yeah, and what are they saying? Oh, there you go. So active accounts top 27 million, up 40% year over year. Pretty intense.
27 million active accounts. That's quite a number.
That's a big number, man. They streamed 7.3 billion hours, up 68%. Full.
That's for the quarter. Wow.
Yeah, in a quarter. Full 28 streaming hours, 24 billion, up 61% from 2017. Ricochet, yeah. So that's a big number. There's no doubt about that, man. And I think we're all getting used to streaming now. That's just a normal.
Yeah.
Versus, before, and I always have to tell people, remember you can stream, but now it's a normal, right?
It is, and then I see Netflix there as well, up 850 at 306. They might just be getting a bump from, if more people have Roku, they can watch Netflix on that intuitively, right? I mean, that's one of those.
Yeah.
So
I watched Bird Box.
Did you? What did you think?
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good, right? It was pretty engaging. It's not like the best movie I've ever seen.
No,
but
it's one. It kept you up.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, at least, right.
Yeah, right.
Totally. You got Bristol Myers is up 85 cents. You get Square up $1.15. Nvidia's up 370. Look at this one. What do they got going? This is going to be a biotech for sure. So this is up $92. It's an oncology drug company. They develop cancer drugs, focus on small molecule cancer drugs for genetically defined patient subsets.
It's a $7 billion company, at least as of right now today. So I'm sure they have no revenue. So yeah, exactly. Where's their?
It's a buyout. Lilly's buying it out. Okay. Eli Lilly's going to buy Lokex for $8 billion in cash. Not bad, huh? The second
not bad at all.
multi-billion-dollar deal of the year by a major U.S. pharmaceutical company. So let me just see.
68% premium over where it closed on Friday.
Yeah, that's an all-time high.
Yeah.
All-time high. Wow. So $8 billion they're buying it for, and let's just see. Last quarter they took in $42 million.
Right.
Must be quite a drug.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Wow.
And I think it might be more. I have no idea, but when I see that, talking about genetically defined, there's a lot going on with like genes in terms of just genetic treatments of different, splicing genes. Dave White talks about the CRISPR and all that stuff. So
yes.
It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, no, they seem to be making some gains in these cancer drugs, which would be really great.
Yeah.
In correlation, folks, that you can start taking some pills versus the radiation, and they're basically attacking. That's what I think what they're doing. They're attacking just certain genes, right? And not destroying the rest of the body.
And they're modifying other strands. I mean, I saw an amazing 60 Minutes on just modifying, viruses basically, but then turning them against cancer and that type of stuff. You modify the genetics of a virus. Pretty cool stuff.
That is, man.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. Let's go take a look inside the NDX 100. The strength versus the weakness. You have Delta. No, that's Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree that's up almost 4%. Micron Tech's up 3.8. Advanced Micro is up 3.6, and Alta Salon is up 3.6. Taken away, Liberty Financial is down 2. You got CSX down 2, and you got Checkpoint Software off 1.8. Let's go over to Alta Salon for a second and see what they're saying. Yeah. So that's up 5%. Oh, so JP Morgan added to a focus list. It's pretty amazing. You just added to a list, right? You're up 5%. Not bad.
It's pretty amazing. That's a $15.6 billion company. Pretty remarkable.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now, down 50.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 37, Nasdaq's up 24, S&Ps are up 4. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you are going to see right on the main page under featured content, our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. He is going to be doing a subscriber event, and it's hard to believe that January 8th is tomorrow.
It sure is, I know, right? We're well into the new year, man.
Well into the new year. So January 8th, folks, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. What Steve's going to be talking about is mastering the TD setup, 9-count. The TD setup, folks, is Tom DeMark. He has a set of basically tools. Bottom line, you're going to learn the TD setup, 9-count, and the advanced decline oscillator. The way that you can come into this workshop, folks, is you go over 2 featured content to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, Mastering Probability. You hit subscribe. You can subscribe for 1 month, 6 months, a year, all with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't forget, our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, is the market timer of the year inside the S&P 500. So if you want to understand how he looks at the market, you want to understand how to master that TD 9 setup, check it out. Be well worth it. 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, what ends up happening is that that workshop is on your page for an additional 30 days. You can go over it as many times as you want.
And I know he was also Timer of the Year for bonds in there. Pretty cool. The real accolade, of course, the S&P 500, time in the market, but bonds as well, #1 for the year, which is a pretty cool feat. So
It's huge.
Check
Huge.
it out. I'll be in there. It should be a good one tomorrow night, and I think we have some decent market action for Steve to talk about during that workshop for 60 minutes.
Oh, we got market action, man. I mean, big time. Let's go over and take a look at these currency markets. So we'll go into the euro first. We take a look at this euro, and what you're going to see is that it's peeking its head atop of this consolidation once again. And, you know, Tom, the closer that we actually get to this March deal, the more that I'm really looking like, you know what? Are they really going to have another vote and they're not going to leave? It's like, I think it's almost getting closer. It's like,
Okay. No, I wouldn't. It should definitely be one of the situations that people are planning for, because it is a probability that could happen. And
Right.
it's amazing. It's January 7th, and that's March 29th is where things need to happen from. We're at the
Exactly.
point where things need to begin happening, like this week, next week, within a month or two, or yeah, it will get pushed back at least.
Yeah, and if we go over to the pound, so the euro's going topside. Pound, same deal, man. I mean, this thing looks like it wants to break topside in a big way. And, you know, this is where, you know, yeah, it's, if this stays over right now, we're at 127.81. You used to have a 127.69. That's saying you can get game up to 131, which is pretty amazing. And, you know,
Yeah, we're right near that upper. It's, yeah.
Yeah, and then you go to the yen. The yen's still having a hard time, you know. Well, it's getting stronger against the U.S. dollar. You know, as the yen goes lower, folks, that gets stronger against the U.S. dollar. So we're at 108.37, and of course, the yen and that flash crash went down to 104, meaning that it got like monster strong against the U.S. dollar in all of 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was.
That really is quite a move. Silver. So, hey, let's look at the silver market, because silver was basically keeping this metal market back. And what silver has done last week, it not only, well, actually, the last the last 8 trading days, this baby launched. And, you know, you got over the downdraft of August 15th in a decisive way. That's 1526 was the high. We're at 1578, and that's saying that silver is also game SI1. I think it's at about the 1785 number, the next swing high. Let me see this. 1735.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite a chart on that silver, man.
Yeah.
Quite a run from under $15, even from almost $14 in November.
And it was about time.
Yeah.
That thing just laid there, man. No action. And so over the weekend, let me see if we can get this Samsung. Let me pull this up.
And you looking for Samsung and Apple? Is that what you're going to talk about? No.
Samsung is saying that they are actually going to be coming out with this phone. Let me just see. If I
Okay.
this is going to be the back to the flip phone, folks, okay? Except that the glass, let's see if, I don't have it offhand. What it was saying is that they plan on coming out with this year. But you know, the rumor on this article that I had read, Tom, right? It said it's going to be like $2,000.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be, Dave White had been talking about this glass that they had, I think it's their patent, that the glass can fold. So it's going to be a foldable phone, and you open it, and it's going to be like almost like a computer, though. That's, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's going to be big, or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just the size of our phones right now, but then when you open it, it's like insane, you know? So that is...
The first article I found has...
Dave has it up. Okay, here, let me get this.
Okay. I was going to say that. I saw one article pop up that says for November, $2,700.
So here it is. Samsung Infinity Flex foldable phone revealed. Today's Samsung Infinity Flex display. Samsung revealed their foldable smartphone. The device has 2 displays, one on the outside that looks a lot like a Galaxy S9. The device opens like a book. If the first display was the cover, inside the display that's twice as large as the display up front. Today, we're meant to start understanding why this concept became a reality.
Yeah, we'll see how that phone does, right? I mean, Apple struggled with their super high end. I guess not struggled, but
oh yeah, man, I cannot see I mean, it's going to blow my mind if they can sell a phone for $2,000.
It's a phone / a hybrid / tablet, I'm sure, which is why it turns into a computer and whatnot. But you can almost do everything from your phone already, right?
I agree, man. Yeah, $2,000, man. Oh my God, that's insane.
I hear you.
That's like.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I know. Listen, man. There's going to be the techies that get them.
Right. Right.
Like.
And then Apple will come out with something, and people have to get that too.
Yeah. Well, if we go over to Apple and take a look at Apple, Apple's in trouble here. It's finishing. It's going to try to get into this gap, but and what you can see, folks, is that when you have a market that goes up 700 points, and the S&P, I believe the S&P was up about 85 points Friday, right? And Apple couldn't move. It's like, that's telling you quite a bit, folks. Apple went on Friday from 143 to 148. It's like, really? It's like, okay, that's all you can do. That's trouble in paradise,
Yeah.
We take a look at Netflix. Yeah, look at Netflix. I mean, that took off like a rocket ship. That went from 278 to 297, $20. Well, stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Don't forget, folks, I'm Mr. Steve Rhodes, going to be doing a workshop for all subscribers. You can be a subscriber right now by coming over to our website at TFNN, going to featured content, mastering probability. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are down 14. Nasdaq is up 39. S&Ps are up 6.5. And, the cannabis business, folks, okay, bottom line, no doubt it's changed from, basically being illegitimate to going mainstream here. So what has also happened is that you have the bulls and the bears fighting it out as to what these companies are worth, and do we have any shenanigans going on inside the contents of these companies? So this story here, this is pretty cool, Tom, because I read the story, but later on today I'm going to dig into the aspect of almost like what are they paying, basically per plant, because this is this is a pretty cool story. And what it is, folks, is that so this is about Afria. And the headline is reading, "The pot thrives on a Jamaican pine. Afria short sellers doubted." The Canadian cannabis producer says acid is part of the global push. U.S. investors say Afria overpaid for a worthless operation. So what Bloomberg's saying in here, it is more nuanced than a cut and dry deal, and this is what it is. So at the beginning of the article, it says, off a dirt road in Kingston, Jamaica, 300 marijuana plants sit in a manicured rows overseen by a Rastafarian grow master who goes by the name Bob on the Job. Gotta love it.
Right.
As Canadian pot producer, Afria tells it the farm is part of a growing portfolio of international assets. For two U.S. short sellers, it's one of the catalysts for an offensive that sent Afria shares plunging in December. Hindenburg Research and another capital management company questioned the farm's existence and said Afria overpaid for largely worthless assets in a three-country deal. So then you get a picture of the plants. Bloomberg actually sent someone down here. The truth, as uncovered by a tour of the Jamaican countryside on the back streets and on the back streets of Buenos Aires by Bloomberg, is more nuanced. And the world of global pot investment assets can be hard to document and even harder to value, though a first-mover advantage may hold big rewards. Afria acquired, now this is where this comes in, Afria acquired Lithium Holdings in a September deal that the Ontario-based company valued at $144 million U.S. or 193 million Canadian. When it was announced in Seoul Global Investments, the seller said it was worth $298 million when it closed. The assets include Marigold Projects, a licensed Jamaica grower, a pharmaceutical distribution warehouse in Argentina, and a licensed farmland in Colombia. So what they're claiming, in mid-December, black and yellow plastic tubes brimming with medical marijuana grade were stacked inside the old shipping container on the farm. The haul is the product of 2,500 kilograms, 5,500 pounds of weed harvested from 10 acres on the farmer sugarcane growing land. There's been so much interest in Jamaica's medical marijuana that there are companies coming from all over the world to the island to assess the situation, says Marigold's father in his office in Kingston, the country made famous by ganja-smoking reggae star Bob Marley. This is what the kicker is, though, folks, is that that you can't export pot out of Jamaica.
And I thought you were going to say the kicker there is that the two short sellers, right, what they're saying, that's just part of a shell game funneling money to the insiders of an inflated price. And that's where I remember that story breaking.
Exactly.
Talking about that, they're spending Afria capital to buy other companies
that are
somehow owned by the insiders of Afria, and those companies are really not worth what they're probably worth. And only in a industry like this, where you have companies with no earnings that legitimately are potentially worth billions, but maybe some of them, that's why it's very easy to say, no, this company is worth this money, because every company right now has very little revenue and market cap for upside.
It has. And now watch the next picture, folks. And this is why Bloomberg say it's nuanced, because they claim at the same time that they got a retail outfit. And when you see this, right? Afria is, of course, called the report malicious. That's from the short sellers. The emerging cannabis market in Latin America and the Caribbean are in the various stages of developing. Afria said in a December 17th message, the controversy took a new twist. Then when you had the hostile takeover. But I want to show you this. So they have armed guards around the first place that
Okay.
said the 10 acres, right? But then they also bought a retail outlet, okay? And where do you see this retail outfit Bloomberg took pictures of? Where are you? Here it is.
There we go.
This is the Cincy Medical Cannabis House. Empty.
Wow.
And it's in the middle of nowhere. This is what they said here. Let's see what they said. The hedge fund said it visited the address in a small shopping center in Jamaican capital in October and couldn't find the business, coming to the conclusion that the unit didn't exist. Well, Bloomberg found it, but when they found it, this is what it was. Bloomberg
Yeah,
found the store.
That's
well
good.
marked on the second floor above a pizza by the slice joint and a Jamaican beef patty joint. Inside, the store was built out, but shelves and display cases were empty. A second room in which a leather couch sat was built for smoking on the premises. A sales manager who asked not to be identified said they plan to have a medical doctor on site who can write prescriptions to some of the 3,000 customers they expect each week. Folks, you're not going to get medical marijuana customers in Jamaica, okay? Jamaica is like always has been the pot capital of the world. I mean, it's like, really? You can go in your backyard and get pot, and you're going to get 3,000 customers? We got to pull up, Tommy, and see how many just people are actually in Jamaica.
Sure, right.
Marigold
right.
has 3 other retail sites that aren't open yet, according to copies of the approval seen by Bloomberg. Anyway.
So Jamaica has like 3 million people.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
That's less than the city of Boston, or the same.
Oh, I'm sure. Right.
Anyway, you get so. Listen, folks. The bottom line is that I can keep going on, but it's definitely a good article to read, so you can see they have a little bit, but the bottom line is that do they have what they should have had for that type of price?
Oh, right. And I would say probably not from
exactly.
some of those. And just to put it, because I looked it up, Boston has about like 700,000 people in it. New York City at about 8.7 million people.
Yeah.
For context.
So they think that they're going to get 3,000.
No, but that's it. It points out that's the story they're selling, and that's why they're saying that they put that valuation on it. And it's probably something very difficult to prove, which could be unfortunate for the investors if that's how it happens because of the crazy valuations across that entire industry.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And if we go take a look at because what they did in that not what Afria did when they were asking, when Bloomberg was asking them in that article, they were claiming that Canopy paid the same type of money for for a type of asset. I don't know that, but it would make sense that
there's crazy valuations. So that's the game they get to play within that. Yeah.
And so the cool thing, folks, is this. Here, let me pull this up again, and that's why I really brought it up too. Is that what you're going to see? Is that we're going to be getting these numbers this week. So they're going to be,
boy.
I think it's this week. Let me see. The 11th. Yeah. So we're going to have some action in that sector this week. So the 11th, they're coming out with their numbers, which is...
that's Friday.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 54, NASDAQ up 53, S&P's up 13. We'll come right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 50. You got the Nasdaq up 52, S&P's up 13. Let's go to Keena in Dallas, Texas. Hey, Keena, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, man. What's happening?
How you doing, man? Happy New Year.
I'm all right.
Good. So what are we going to look at?
Well, you're so good at teaching principles of how to do these things. I have to tell you, over the years, I've spent so many days listening to you. And I want to know if you could teach the rest of us how you handle the following situation. QEP comes out this morning announcing that they're being bought out for cash offer for $8.75 a share.
Yes.
All cash, all the shares.
Right.
So it jumps up gigantically, and it doesn't retrace into the gap much, and it's now currently trading well below the $8.75 all cash order.
Right.
And I was curious, how do you gauge one of these, whether or not, because there has to be a reason why it's not trading near the cash offer of $8.75, and it looks appealing, but I'm afraid of it, and I don't know what the rule of thumb would be, and I thought you might know.
Let's take a look. So you get QEP. They operate in independent natural gas oil exploration production company. The low's $5 for the year. The high is $13.77. They take in, looks like, well, it looks like they must have spun something off. This year they're looking to take in $2 billion. Next year only 1.1. The stock has got smoked, as the rest of that whole sector has got smoked. So we're down from what, $13.77 in July. Okay, so now let's cut to the chase, as Keener's saying, is that, so you get Elliott making a proposal at, okay, so Elliott Management, which manages funds that have substantial investment in common stock and equivalents, today released a letter outlining a proposal to acquire at $8.75 cash, representing a 44% premium. Okay, so let's see what they say. I'm writing to you on behalf of Elliott Associates and Elliott Internationally. As you're aware, Elliott has made a substantial investment in the common stock and economic equivalents of QEP, the company, and is one of the largest shareholders of the company. Since the beginning of 2018, we have engaged with the board of directors of the company and QEP's management of the best path forward for the company to maximize shareholder value. The engagement has been constructive, and the company has made significant strides in translation and in transition to a pure-play Permian company. So that it looks like Elliott is an activist investor. That's what they are. They're a monster, and they're very serious people. That's for sure. Despite the progress to date, Elliott believes that QEP remains deeply undervalued in the market today. We have conducted an extensive amount of public diligence of the company and have ongoing dialogue with the sell-side analyst community. We believe the shareholders are frustrated and that a sale of the company would be the best approach. Okay, so Elliott proposed to acquire QEP at $8.75 per share in cash. The terms of the preliminary proposal outlined below.
They have to sell something, and that appears to be the only condition.
We propose.
And my question is just, how do you, it looks to me like it hasn't backed into the gap, and it's a bit, of course, this is a ridiculous gap. And I'm just thinking, how do I time this, or is it even worth doing? Because if it's an $8.75 cash on the barrelhead and you can get it for $8.28 right now, that's a pretty good margin.
That's if they can pull off the deal. The board, it looks to me that what you're going to have is the board's going to fight it. No one likes to get taken over, because then the bottom line is that then they don't get the pay and everything else. You know what I mean? Because if Elliott takes them over, everyone that is on that board and that management is gone. That's their MO. That's most activists' MO, because they're saying, hey, you haven't done the job. So, this gap never has to get filled if it gets taken over. That's the reality. Because then they'll just basically sell the parts, or they're going to, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought.
If I could just add to that, Keener, so like it was at $6 almost Friday, and now it's trading at $8.30. So call that $2.30 it's above, right? But the maximum it's going to reach is $8.75. So it's kind of just the market putting a probability on the deal. So it's come in like $2.30 of the $2.75 possible. The market's saying it's like 80 to 85% sure that this deal is going to go through. And some people might know a little bit more. And if you think there's a higher probability, you can try and hold out for it. But the flip side of that is that's what the market is assigning a fair probability, and it might be a fair value for that probability in the long run, right? If this is like an 80 to 85% chance it gets done, that's kind of a fair price. And if you're in that, why not take it off the table unless you really believe that you know better, that somehow, and that's how I look at that type of stuff versus.
No, I'm not in it. I was thinking about stepping in. I usually I use Tommy's teachings on volume as an indicator that something's buyable. So what I would generally do is I have a bunch of alerts out there where I'm looking for an increase in volume on a short-term tick, like a 5-minute tick or something. So if there's an increase in tick volume on a candle and it starts up, then that says to me, somebody knows something, they're stepping in, and I can make I do a day trade, so I generally just day trade the things. And so I was just wondering, I was puzzled, because I've watched these long enough to see that when they don't fill a gap, when they got a gigantic gap like this, the market's saying, hey, this is real.
Yeah. And on a day trade, that's great. I thought you were thinking about
holding it. I'm just trying to time the thing to see whether or not I should step into it and try to make the difference between 830 and 870 or 860, because that's a nice gain on a day trade.
It's a nice gain, but as Tommy just said, the market's priced in that it will probably happen, but I wouldn't be buying it, because it's not worth the basically 45 cents when, if the deal doesn't come through, it's going to be back down to $6 in about a heartbeat.
Definitely.
It'll probably just go sideways. I mean, that's what normally ends up happening, or something like that. And I can tell you though, Elliott is they're smart. They make a lot of money, and that being said, though, some deals work and some deals don't. And.
Well, Tommy, your comments there on the statistical likelihoods dictated by the reality of the size of the gap itself, that's very helpful. I hadn't thought of that. That's very good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know. Yeah.
That's very thoughtful. Well done, man.
That's his poker.
I appreciate the question, man.
That's
sure.
your poker skills. I love it.
I'm busy trying to come up with rules of thumb. When you encounter these things, you say, okay, what do you do here? What do you do here?
And you could, on a day trade, that might be perfect, because it's not going to get settled probably by 4 o'clock, no matter what the board comes out and says. So it wouldn't drop back to 6. But in terms
that's
of
exactly.
risking,
So I was looking for a volume spike, but I'm so trepidatious that I'm going, wait a minute, there is a lot
you
of
should be
downside here.
trepidatious because it will drop back to $6 if somehow the market really believes that it won't happen at some point.
Yeah, so if I see a volume spike that says somebody knows something, it might be worth playing I'll try to get a 2 or 3% gain in the day,
I just wouldn't be overnight if that.
I don't, man. I don't hold these things overnight.
Cooking, brother.
Thanks, Keener.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Dow Industrials right now up 80, Nasdaq's up 55, S&P's up 15.5. Tommy and I come right back.
The secret to being successful in trading and investing is to have an untiring, undying, and unquenchable thirst for knowledge. There are certain situations where you can absolutely understand what the next move of the buyers and sellers is likely to be, or what I like to call a competitive advantage. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in bonds, and on Tuesday, January 8th, I'm going to teach subscribers of Mastering Probability how to use Tom DeMark's setup 9-count and trend lines, a tool that called for a change in trend at 3:30 in the morning on the day that generated the Dow's largest daily point gain in history. If you're looking for a competitive edge, then now is the time to take advantage of my risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee trial for my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability, which will provide you with immediate access to this live workshop, which will be archived on your members page for the next 30 days. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Sign up today at TFNN.com.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 105, Nasdaq up 64, S&P's up 18, and we are going to get some more competition inside the exchange markets. You get brokers from the New York market to take on the New York Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq, and the CBOE. This is going to be a big number.
To say it again, brokers form new stock market to take on the NYSE, Nasdaq, CBOE. Pretty cool. So they should, man. Why not? The technology is here, right? Go for it. But that's you can trade almost anywhere, it seems like, these days, and you should be able to.
And
why are futures? You know what? We'll get into it. But why are futures closed on the weekend? There has to be a marketplace that could find buyers and sellers for index futures over the weekend, right? Maybe that's just stuff that I think about. Go ahead.
Right. Well, and they're doing this. See, I mean, the Nasdaq, folks, was owned by all the broker-dealers. That was a broker-dealer until it went public. That's how that worked.
Okay.
And now they're just going back to it because they're saying that the exchanges themselves are taking them to the cleaners on the streams of the price information, okay? So bottom line is that they're going to basically put it together and they're going to give them a run for their money. So it's going to be interesting watching
this.
this.
That's good for consumers. Competition is usually almost always good for consumers. So.
There's no doubt. And if we go over to ICE, so ICE is, basically the biggest broker dealer out there. You're going to see it, ICE trading down to, let's see, so it's at the lows right now. 73.01. You're at 73.56, and.
Almost a 3% haircut, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Except look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
chart.
they knew it was. Maybe they knew that was coming on Friday
on Friday, last week.
Or what is? That's last week.
Last month, 82 to 69. But you can see these exchanges make big money, big time.
Definitely. Wow.
Folks, stay right there. We get Fast Mark coming up next, and we get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Stay right there, folks. Fast Mark, come right up.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.